Chosen one. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you will change the way you see your entire life. You think people are watching you casually, out of curiosity, out of envy, or out of confusion, but the truth is far more intense, far more spiritual, and far more divine than you've ever realized. Every step you take, every victory you claim, every wound you carry, every silent battle you fight, it's all being observed with a level of attention that would shake your heart if you truly understood it. You are not just moving through life, you are moving on a stage that Allah Himself has illuminated, and the watchers, they are not who you think they are. Today, we're going deep into the 7 powerful lessons that reveal why all eyes are on you, what your presence awakens in people, and the one watching you, whose gaze carries more power than the entire creation combined. Brace yourself, because once you hear these lessons, you will never doubt your purpose again. Chosen one. What you go through is far bigger than the small circle of people who think they know your life, your struggles, your heartbreaks, your moments of sabor, your quiet acts of worship, your private tears, your temptations resisted, your faith held together by nothing but a whispering dua. All of it is being witnessed by an audience you cannot see, but who observes you with a clarity beyond human perception. Every time you choose patience over anger, tawakkul over panic, purity over temptation, forgiveness over revenge, your decisions echo through the unseen world like thunder. The angels record your endurance with admiration, testifying before Allah about your sincerity. The shayateen watch with frustration, waiting for you to fall, only to be humiliated each time you rise again. Your soul's resilience becomes a battlefield they cannot conquer. Even the trials you think are small, the moments where you swallow your pride, restrain your tongue, or sacrifice your own comfort for Allah's pleasure, these acts are magnified in the unseen realm because they reveal the true state of your heart. And when you think no one sees your pain, the truth is that your perseverance is being broadcasted as a sign of your loyalty to Allah, becoming evidence of your faith, a spiritual signal that reverberates across the heavens. Nothing you go through is ever insignificant. Nothing you endure is ever unnoticed. When you remain firm while the world tries to break you, the unseen realm witnesses a servant rising in rank, glowing with a light that only hardship can polish. Your tests are not private. They are divinely monitored, spiritually documented, and cosmically significant, because Allah has chosen you to demonstrate a strength that echoes far beyond this world. Chosen one. Every breath you take, every sacrifice you make, every moment you choose righteousness when it would have been easier to fall, becomes part of a divine testimony written by Allah Himself, a testimony that will one day stand as undeniable proof on the day of judgment, when all secrets are exposed and every soul is confronted with the truth it once tried to avoid. Your life is not just a sequence of events. It is evidence, recorded with precision, showing how you responded when people lied about you, when they broke your trust, when they tried to humiliate you, when they left you alone in darkness, thinking you would never rise again. Allah documents the nights you cried in silence, the mornings you rose despite exhaustion, the temptations you overcame for His sake, the apologies you never received yet forgave anyway, the good deeds you hid from the world because you wanted only His approval. Your resilience becomes a witness against those who wronged you, because your patience exposes their injustice. Your integrity exposes their betrayal. Your kindness exposes their cruelty. Your purity exposes their corruption. And while they believe the world has forgotten what they did, Allah has preserved every detail so it can testify against them when they stand before Him with no excuses left. At the same time, your faith becomes a witness for you, the du'as you whispered in fear, the gratitude you expressed in hardship, the times you bit your tongue instead of sinning with your speech, the times you helped people who never appreciated you, the moments your heart wanted to break, but your spirit insisted on trusting Allah. All of it becomes a light that walks with you on the day when the earth will speak, the angels will speak, and your own limbs will testify with perfect accuracy. So understand this. Your life is not happening to you, it is being preserved for you, written as a proof that you tried, that you believed, that you fought your nafs, that you pursued Allah, even when your world tried to pull you away. You are living your testimony right now, and on the day of judgment, Allah will honor every moment you stood firm while others faltered. Chosen one, whether you realize it or not, every person who observes you, whether with love, envy, curiosity, jealousy, admiration, or silent resentment, is being taught by your life in ways they may never admit, because your journey itself becomes a school, your character becomes a curriculum, and your patience becomes a lesson delivered without a single word. People watch how you handle betrayal, how you carry heartbreak with dignity, how you respond to disrespect without lowering yourself, how you protect your peace when others try to provoke you, how you keep your faith strong even when the world assumes you are breaking. They witness your self-control when you could expose them, but choose silence. They witness your compassion when they expected revenge. They witness your resilience when they thought you would collapse. Your existence forces them to confront their own weaknesses. Your integrity exposes their duplicity. Your purity exposes their hidden corruption. Your humility exposes their arrogance. Your consistency exposes their instability. Even those who dislike you, study you, trying to understand why you never fall the way they hoped, why you keep rising when life keeps hitting you, why Allah keeps protecting you from traps they thought were perfectly set. And those who love you learn even more. They see what true reliance on Allah looks like, what true character looks like when nobody is watching, what true emotional strength looks like when the heart is bruised, but the soul is unshakable. You don't need to preach to teach. Your silence teaches. Your sabre teaches. Your adab teaches. Your taqwa teaches. Allah uses your life as a living example to guide people around you. Some learn how to become better, and some learn how far they still are from sincerity. And even though they may never tell you, even though they may pretend not to notice, your life is shaping them in ways that will hit them years later. You were not sent to impress people, you were sent to influence souls. Every eye that watches you, in love or hate, is learning from you because Allah has made you a walking reminder of what faith looks like in motion. Chosen one. The attention you receive, whether it is admiration, silent observation, envy, confusion, or even hostility, is not happening by coincidence. It is happening because your soul carries a divine rank that cannot be hidden, even if you tried to bury it under silence, humility, or isolation. The truth is simple but profound. People do not watch what is ordinary. They watch what is marked by Allah, and Allah has marked you. He placed inside you a light forged through years of unseen battles, rejections, heartbreaks, sacrifices, and spiritual refinement. This light is not loud, but it is undeniable. You walk into a room without speaking, yet the atmosphere shifts. Some people feel drawn to you without knowing why. Others feel exposed, uncomfortable, or intimidated because your presence awakens parts of their soul they have tried to ignore. They sense your purity, your sincerity, your emotional strength, your inner resilience, your spiritual energy, and it forces them to confront their own weaknesses. Some will be inspired, wanting to rise to the level of discipline and character you carry. Others will be irritated because your existence reminds them of what they could have been had they chosen truth over ego, sincerity over deception, and faith over hypocrisy. Even those who dislike you cannot stop watching you because your presence triggers something deeply spiritual within them. Your light reveals their shadows. You are not being watched because people are obsessed with you. You are being watched because Allah elevated you. Those who observe you are not reacting to your personality. They are reacting to the spiritual rank Allah has placed on your soul. This is why even strangers feel something when they see you. This is why people who barely know you feel compelled to judge, praise, criticize, admire, copy, or compete with you. Without understanding it, they are responding to a divine signature stitched into your destiny. Sometimes Allah gives His chosen servants a silent authority, a quiet dominion, a presence that speaks without words. This is the legacy of those before you. Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, did not need to announce his greatness. His presence drew eyes wherever he went. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, carried a strength that commanded attention long before he ever stood before Pharaoh. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was watched by tribes and nations, not because he sought attention, but because Allah wrapped him in a light that the world could not ignore. People today watch you for the same reason. Your aura carries weight, your soul carries presence, your journey carries meaning. They observe your moves because your life exposes the truth of who they are. When you rise, it highlights their stagnation. When you persevere, it highlights their weakness. When you maintain dignity, it highlights their pettiness. When Allah blesses you, it highlights their ingratitude. That is why eyes follow you, even the ones pretending they don't care, even the ones acting as if you don't matter. Their souls recognize what their egos try to deny. You are not ordinary. Your elevation is not man-made. It is Allah-given. So don't shrink yourself to avoid attention. Don't dim your light because others feel uncomfortable. Don't hide your blessings out of fear of jealousy. Allah is the one who placed you in this rank, and when He elevates someone, no force on earth can conceal that elevation. The eyes on you are not a burden, they are a sign that Allah has honored you, a sign that your presence is meaningful, a sign that your soul carries a rank that heaven recognizes, angels honor, and even your enemies cannot deny. Chosen one. One of the deepest and most painful truths you will ever learn is that your struggles were never only about you. They were designed by Allah to expose the hearts of the people around you, to reveal who truly stands with you when your world shakes, who silently wishes for your downfall, who only clapped for you when you were winning, who pretended to care while waiting for you to fail, who genuinely loved you, who secretly envied you, who prayed for your healing, who mocked your pain, who stayed because their soul was pure, and who disappeared because their loyalty was an illusion. Your hardships peeled away layers of deception that comfort never could, because blessings attract crowds, but struggle exposes truth. When you suffered, you witnessed the reality of people's intentions. Some used your vulnerability to elevate themselves. Some enjoyed seeing your strength tested. Some grew restless because they couldn't stand the glow of your resilience. Some spread rumors, thinking your pain made you weak. Some called themselves supporters, but vanished the moment you fell. And yet a precious few stood by you silently, gently, without expectation, simply because their hearts were sincere, and Allah placed compassion within them. In these moments, Allah showed you what words and promises could never reveal. The true nature of a person is unveiled not when you are strong, but when you are wounded. Your struggles exposed envy disguised as friendship, kindness wrapped in manipulation, family ties hollowed by jealousy, crowds who cheered for you only when you were useful to them, and people who pretended to pray for you, but secretly hoped your blessings wouldn't exceed theirs. Allah allowed your hardship to reveal their hearts, because He never wanted you to be surrounded by hidden enemies while thinking you were loved. He never wanted you to depend on those who would abandon you in a heartbeat. He never wanted you to place your trust in people who couldn't even handle your humanity, let alone your destiny. And so, He tested you not to break you, but to separate you, purify your circle, elevate your discernment, and free you from attachments that would have destroyed your peace and delayed your purpose. But your struggles also exposed the beautiful hearts, those rare souls who stood with you in your darkest hours, the ones who didn't need to understand your pain to support you, the ones who stayed when everyone else left, the ones who saw your tears and prayed for you in secret. The ones who didn't benefit from your success yet were devastated by your suffering. The ones who reminded you of Allah when your heart felt weak. The ones who held your spirit steady without needing recognition. Allah allowed your struggle to highlight them too, because these are the souls He wants near you, the ones whose sincerity aligns with your destiny, the ones whose presence is a mercy, not a burden. Every hardship you endured became a divine filter, removing people who were never meant to follow you into your next chapter. Your pain forced masks to fall, revealing the true intentions behind every smile, every compliment, every "I'm here for you," every "I care," every "I wish you well." Some people showed you hearts darker than you imagined. Others showed you loyalty more beautiful than you expected. And through all of it, Allah was teaching you, "I am the one who protects your heart, not them." Your struggle was the mirror that reflected others' souls, and what you saw was not random. It was guidance. It was Allah showing you who deserves a place in your life and who was merely passing through. So when you look back at the people who changed, who betrayed you, who left you, who judged you, who turned cold when you needed warmth, who laughed when you needed comfort, don't be angry. They did not expose themselves to hurt you. They exposed themselves to free you. And when you look at the few who stayed, who supported you, who helped you rise, hold them close, because their hearts were proven through trial. Your struggles illuminated the truth. Some hearts were with you, some were against you, but all were revealed by Allah for your protection. Chosen one, what you often fail to realize is that your journey, the trials you endure, the victories you earn, the silence you maintain, the sacrifices you make, the heartbreaks you survive, the moments when your soul feels crushed under the weight of the world, is not merely about you. It is a living, breathing message from Allah, sent to awaken hearts, inspire minds, guide lost souls, and demonstrate His infinite wisdom, mercy, and power in ways that the world cannot fully comprehend. For every step you take, whether visible to others or unseen, carries a divine signature that communicates lessons far beyond words. Your patience in hardship teaches the oppressed that surrender to Allah is strength, not weakness. Your resilience after betrayal shows those who envy that Allah's support is greater than any human scheme. Your refusal to compromise your values demonstrates to the wavering that integrity is not conditional, that righteousness is not negotiable, and that faith is not fragile even when the storms rage. Every trial you endure, every tear you shed in secret, every prayer whispered in the darkness, every act of restraint, every moment you choose forgiveness over revenge, every silent struggle with your nafs becomes an example for those who are watching, even if they do not realize it, for Allah is orchestrating your journey to communicate His wisdom in the most profound way, showing that His chosen ones are never alone, never abandoned, and never defeated. You may feel as if your journey is a sequence of personal battles, random events, and moments of suffering that serve only your growth. But the truth is far more expansive. Your life is being read by the unseen world, observed by angels, and monitored by those whose hearts are sensitive to the signs of Allah's intervention. Your victories are proof that divine timing is perfect. Your setbacks are evidence that Allah's plan is wiser than any human understanding, and your silence in the face of injustice is a louder sermon than any speech could ever be. When others see you rise despite the weight of trials, they are witnessing a message from Allah Himself, that reliance on Him transforms despair into hope, weakness into strength, and loss into a path toward unimaginable blessings. Even those who oppose you are being guided by your journey, for Allah uses your story to expose hypocrisy, reveal truth, and illuminate the reality that He elevates whom He wills, protects whom He wills, and orchestrates events beyond human control. Every moment you feel unnoticed or misunderstood is actually a moment where your life is speaking to the hearts that are meant to hear it, sending signs, opening doors, and shifting destinies. Your patience is a sermon. Your endurance is a revelation. Your integrity is a testimony. Your success is a miracle visible to the discerning eye. And while the world may misinterpret your path, ridicule your choices, or attempt to minimize your impact, Allah is magnifying it, projecting it, and using it to deliver guidance that transcends your immediate understanding. Those who benefit from your journey may never speak your name, may never publicly acknowledge your struggles, may never praise your victories, but every unseen angel, every guided soul, every heart softened by what you endured, receives the message Allah intended, that faith, sincerity, patience, and trust in the Most High are never wasted, and that the chosen ones of Allah carry a responsibility far greater than themselves, a responsibility to embody His signs so profoundly that their lives, their journeys, and even their trials become living proof that Allah's wisdom governs all, that His mercy surrounds all, and that His guidance reaches through the layers of hardship to awaken the hearts of mankind. Your journey is not for the applause of people, not for their recognition, not for their validation. It is a direct communication from Allah, a signal sent to remind the world that the unseen is real, that the divine hand orchestrates what the human eye cannot perceive, and that every struggle, every triumph, every step forward, every quiet act of faith, every tear shed in secrecy, and every prayer uttered from the depth of your soul is a deliberate, divine message crafted by Allah to reveal His power, to elevate the chosen, to expose the insincere, and to prepare the hearts of mankind for what only He knows is coming. Your life is a letter from Allah written in the language of trials, perseverance, patience, and unwavering faith, and the world is reading it whether they realize it or not. The one watching you, the one who knows every hidden sorrow and unseen victory, is Allah. And through your journey, He is speaking to creation, teaching them, testing them, guiding them, and elevating you to a rank that can only be reached by those who endure, remain steadfast, and trust in Him completely. Never doubt the meaning behind your path, never underestimate the impact of your story, and never feel that your struggles are in vain, because every hardship, every moment of endurance, every act of sabr, every tear, every prayer, every decision made with sincerity, and every victory achieved with reliance on Allah is a divine message from the Most High, a message sent through your life, through your journey, through your very existence, to communicate His power, His mercy, His justice, His wisdom, and His love to a world that desperately needs to see it. Chosen one, the truth that will change the way you carry your life, your trials, your victories, your pain, and your joy is this: it is not your enemies, not your peers, not the people who talk about you, not the ones who envy, mock, or criticize you, who truly matter in how your life unfolds. It is Allah Himself, the most merciful, the most powerful, the all-knowing, the one who sees every hidden tear, every whispered dua, every silent struggle, every sincere intention, every act of patience, every secret sacrifice, every injustice you endure, and every effort you make in His way. He is the ultimate watcher, the ultimate protector, the ultimate judge, and the ultimate supporter, and unlike any human observer, He sees with perfect clarity. His vision is unerring. His knowledge encompasses all that has passed, all that is present, and all that will come, and He alone knows the weight of your heart, the depth of your loyalty, the magnitude of your sincerity, and the true impact of your actions. Every time you feel unseen, overlooked, misunderstood, or abandoned, Allah is watching. His gaze follows you in every corner of your life, in every decision, in every moment of weakness, in every moment of strength, in every hidden struggle, in every private act of worship. and in every righteous choice that nobody else notices. And the one who watches is the one who will reward you perfectly, justly, and without error. He notices the burdens you carry that no one else can see, the prayers that remain unanswered for a reason you cannot yet understand, the nights when your heart feels heavy, the moments when your soul feels isolated, the times when your patience is tested beyond comprehension, and the periods when your faith is stretched to the limits of endurance. He knows when your silence is stronger than any argument, when your restraint is more powerful than confrontation, when your reliance on him surpasses the need for human approval, and when your trust in his plan sustains you through storms that would break ordinary hearts. Allah's watchful gaze is not a passive observation. It is active care, protection, guidance, and intervention at levels beyond your understanding. He shields you from harms you cannot perceive, prevents catastrophes you cannot foresee, answers prayers in ways that are invisible yet life-altering, and orchestrates outcomes that align perfectly with your destiny, ensuring that nothing happens to you without his knowledge and permission, and that every step, every trial, every success, and every failure is woven into a divine plan that guarantees ultimate justice, reward, and elevation. While people may judge you, misunderstand you, or plot against you, Allah is the one who knows the truth, and his knowledge protects you from the ultimate consequences of human malice, deceit, and envy. Even when the world seems to conspire against you, his watchfulness ensures that no action, no betrayal, no injustice escapes his awareness, and that the balance of your life is always maintained with perfect wisdom. Every hardship you endure is recorded, every tear you shed is treasured, every effort you make in righteousness is magnified, and every prayer you offer in sincerity is heard and preserved. And Allah's presence watching over you means that nothing you do for him is wasted, nothing you suffer for his sake is unnoticed, and nothing you endure without complaint is forgotten. He sees the lies told against you, the false accusations whispered in your absence, the envy, the plotting, the betrayal, and the neglect, and he guarantees that the ultimate justice will be served in ways beyond human comprehension, some immediately, some subtly, some delayed, but always perfect, always just, and always aligned with his divine wisdom. The one watching you is aware of every hidden intention behind actions taken against you and behind actions you take yourself. He knows whether your patience was sincere or whether your struggles were endured reluctantly. He knows whether your gratitude was genuine or conditional, and he knows every intricate detail of your heart and soul that no human could ever grasp. Allah's watchfulness is not only a source of protection, it is a source of empowerment. Because when you understand that the Most High sees everything, that he never forgets, that he never misjudges, and that he is always ready to intervene for his chosen servants, your confidence transforms, your reliance deepens, your patience strengthens, your actions gain meaning beyond this world, and your heart finds peace even in the most trying moments. No one else needs to validate you. No one else needs to recognize your worth. No one else needs to applaud your endurance, because the one who matters most, the one whose gaze encompasses all that is visible and invisible, is watching, guiding, supporting, and recording, and when the time comes, he will reward you in ways that are perfect, complete, and everlasting, surpassing every human expectation, surpassing every worldly measure of success, and surpassing every trial you ever endured. The one watching you is Allah, and his gaze is a shield, a blessing, a source of mercy, a sign of love, a guarantee of justice, and a reminder that you are never alone, that your struggles are never wasted, that your patience is never overlooked, and that your faith, when placed in him completely, will always lead to elevation, protection, triumph, and the fulfillment of every divine promise he has written for you. So hold on to this truth, chosen one. Let it fortify your heart, guide your steps, silence your doubts, illuminate your path, and remind you that the ultimate watcher, the most merciful, the all-knowing, the all-powerful, the just, and the loving, is watching over you every second of your life, orchestrating every detail, protecting you from what you cannot see, rewarding you for what others cannot perceive, and ensuring that your journey, your struggles, and your victories serve their divine purpose exactly as He intended. Chosen one. Now you see the truth. Every hardship, every triumph, every glance from others, every whisper behind your back, every tear you shed in secret, and every moment you rise while the world doubts you, is part of a divine plan that only Allah fully understands. The eyes on you are not random. They are a reflection of your rank, your purpose, and your light. The struggles you endure are not meaningless. They are the mirrors revealing the hearts of those around you, separating truth from deceit, loyalty from pretense, and above it all, the one who matters most, Allah Himself, is watching over you, protecting you, guiding you, and elevating you beyond what the world can measure. So walk boldly, remain steadfast, trust deeply, and never fear the judgment or envy of those who cannot see what Allah sees. Your journey is sacred. Your purpose is monumental. Your elevation is inevitable. The world may watch, whisper, or doubt, but the one who holds your destiny in His hands has never taken His eyes off you, and that is the greatest assurance, the greatest power, and the greatest peace you will ever need. Stand firm, chosen one, because your life is a message, your endurance is a legacy, and your light is unstoppable.